Dan Illman, Mike Beer kicking off a 50-cent pick five at Aqueduct on Sunday with race number 4. This is the Damon Runyon for New York bred 3-year-olds going 3/4 of a mile. Let's take a peek at this field. Only a field of 5, but as you can see from our colleague David Aragona's morning line, there are 3 strong contenders in here, and they're pretty evenly matched. Heavyweight Champs is the slight 8-5 morning line favorite based on a runaway maiden win last time out.
This race kind of handicaps along this morning line, Dan, those 3 favorites there. They're kind of hard to separate. I don't know about you. I kind of preferred the 2 Rudy horses, the 2 and the 4.
We'll throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Heavyweight Champs' speed gives him a big advantage, according to this pace projector. Note the blue bar, which indicates this race could favor front runners, and Heavyweight Champ looks like the controlling speed.
He's a fast horse for sure. I do expect him to be on the early lead in this race. Mischief Joke from the outside post. He's not slow, Dan. He's very tactical. He's not going to be too far away early, and nor do I think Antonio Venice is. Antonio Venice has really good tactical speed.
Elfgar, the number 1, tried to push Heavyweight Champs last time out in that maiden race and then got tired. I thought it was a good performance for this guy. It just seems like he's in a very tough spot here, not only facing Heavyweight Champs, but 2 other really solid runners.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's still a maiden, but they're going to run him in this race anyway, which isn't a bad idea. It's a very short field. He might be able to get a piece of this thing, Dan. And his debut was fine. He was really green in that race, but he passed some horses late. The second start, he was no match for Heavyweight Champs. Did a lot of running that day. That pace was fast.
Antonio of Venice is the number 2, and I really liked the way he won the New York Stallion Series 2 starts back. He was kind of jammed up inside, turning for home, got to the outside, got it done in game fashion. He then came back as the odds-on favorite in Rego Park, and maybe the wet track wasn't what he really likes to do. He was beaten by Mischief Joke that day. He was also carrying some ground.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it feels like, the wet track didn't have to help him in that most recent start. Getting bumped between horses at the start didn't have to help him in that race, and then raiding 3 wide while Mischief Joke got the best ride in the race and just went up the rail and took charge of the pace. That didn't help him either. I still thought he ran pretty well in that race, and I really liked his performance 2 starts back.
Stepping up into the stakes ranks for the first time is the 3 Mad Banker, coming off a 3rd place effort in this race when entered for the $80,000 claiming option. And Mad Banker turns for home, Mike. He's got to look at this at a pretty big price, and he's going to stay on evenly for 3rd.
And every chance to win here. He's just not quite good enough, and this is just a way tougher spot for this horse. He took a step forward in that race. The Potts Barn is going very, very well at this meet, but this horse is in really tough here.
He's going to be tipping a step up in class with some tactical speed, where maybe he can work out a trip close to the moderate pace. Heavyweight Champs, the number 4, showed speed and tired in his first 2 starts. Well, he showed speed 3rd time out, the race we're going to show you right now. He forgot to tire. I wonder if it's because this field wasn't the strongest, although Heavyweight Champs did look good striding out in the stretch.
It's a really good performance. I mean, he ran really well in his first 2 starts, too. He just happened not to win them. This was the right spot. He went fast on the lead. He gave this field no chance. He earned an 82 buyer, which is a top number in the field. This horse is good, Dan. They debuted him in that Great White Way, the Stallion Series division. That was a fast pace he was on. He was a good 3rd that day. Only Antonio Venice was able to really overpower him there, but this horse did a lot of running that day.
Nice to see a 3-year-old colt already with 10 lifetime starts, and the 5 Mischief Joke is back for more after this win in the Rego Park over Antonio of Venice, going 6.5 furlongs. And Mischief Joke just went to the front this race, and Dylan Davis just gave him a beautiful ride. He was able to back down the fractions, and he has enough left to hold off a game Antonio of Venice. This time around, doubt he can make the lead, but he's tactical enough to sit in a good position from the outside.
Yeah, I agree. He can still get a good trip. He won't make the lead this time. He's drifting really badly in this race, but he's going to hold on anyway here. I thought the trip just kind of made the difference that nobody was going early in that race. So Davis just went up the inside and took control of the pace, and it made a big difference. I still like this horse. I just prefer others this time.
Let's take a look at our top picks for the Damon Runyon. You're going with Antonio of Venice. Again, a really likable performance 2 starts back, overcoming traffic, likely pace compromise, chasing that gate-to-wire winner in the race we just saw, and is tactical enough where Manny Franco can park in the pocket and hope for some luck.
Just going to hope the trip makes the difference here, Dan. He's going to have a tougher time, I think, with Heavyweight Champs this time than he did 2 starts back, but I still think he's good enough to take him down.
We'll find out if Heavyweight Champs can make it 2 in a row. I think he's just going to go right to the front, and he could be tough if he gets a little bit of a breather. 4-2-5-1 for me, 2-4-5-1 for Mike. It's the Damon Runyon at the Big A on Sunday. Good luck.